Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 beach. And them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. On my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lines, they ain't working. Them niggas weak, they ain't churchin'. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. Because the line, I'm gonna back up and I'ma hit his ass with his knife. And I come through 300 strong, 144 lead a knife. All my niggas we eat. Men this bitch with the ice. Say, all y'all do the street. Dang, I do the street. The nigga made the wrong move, we ain't make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Gotta keep it low to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets with all my bitch was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's war time for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we take. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no gray shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on, that's cap shit.
I can't on to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead.
My nigga, my mouth is like on like a man. I let it be known, boy. That's my main speech will do me no evil. I let it be known, boy. They got the gun out on me, but I pull it up. And I don't care where it's at. Across the globe, across the map. When I catch it, I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Let it be known, boy. I came out the mud, turn them in the sun. I let it be known, boy. Got 2 chains on my neck and it hurts. Check out my shit, cost 100. Hold on my mouth, who's it coming? Looking at you, boy, you're dummy. Or check out my tool like I'm buying. I come with rules that you notice. I train on my ways like a soldier. Knowing I ain't, I'm focused. I separate you like you're haunted. While I'm leaking out my speakers, and I'm pouring more by the leader. Baby girl, I don't need to. I got range like a nigga. Really don't need no pictures. All these boys fucking evil. Feel away for your secret. She gon' throw it at the pictures. I let it be known, boy. I came in this bitch and I just started dance. I let it be known, boy. My nigga, my mouth is like go like a man. I let it be known, boy. That's my main speech will do me no evil. I let it be known, boy. They got the gun out on me, but I pull it. And I don't care where it's at. Across the globe, across the map. When I catch it, I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Let it be known, boy. I came out the mud, turned them in the sun. I let it be known, boy. I got 2 chains on my neck and it hurts. Thank you, how well I'm extinguishing. 5 singles, boy, sweep your ass. Abbreviated, yeah, I call it pass. Boys, full ass, squeeze, sweep his ass. boy. I came in this bitch and I just started dancing. I let it be known, boy. My nigga, my mouth is like go like a man. I let it be known, boy. That's my main switch, will do me no evil. I let it be known, boy. You got the gun, I don't mean better pull it. And I don't care where it's at. Across the globe, across the map. When I catch it, I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Let it be known, boy. I came out that mud, turned up in the sun. I let it be known, boy. Got 2 chains on my neck and it hurts.
Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We were led by the amazing Commander General YAHANNA. And we are not affiliated with any Israelite groups out there. No fake Israelite groups, no individualites. We are in Houston, Texas, boot kiss, capital of the world. This is the Wednesday class, and the title of the class is, Are We Safe from Ourselves? Now, when you think about whether or not we're safe from ourselves, you got to introspect and see if what we're doing is what we're supposed to be doing. Are you leading the best example? Are you following the law, statutes, and commandments? Are you doing your due diligence to lead your family? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going into the ways of the oppressor and doing what the oppressor tells you to do, and doing what you see on the internet and what you see in the social media and things that you see on TV. These are not the ways we're supposed to be doing. So, real quick, I'm gonna pull a quick scripture. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. So envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. What do you think that means to us? It's plain and simple. We shouldn't envy the oppressor. We shouldn't want for the things that the oppressor has. We shouldn't want for the oppressor's lifestyle. We shouldn't want for the oppressor's house, his car. We shouldn't want to do the things that he does. When it says do none of his ways, we shouldn't do none of his ways. What does the oppressor do? The oppressor is a disgusting bastard. He gets drunk. We're not supposed to get drunk. We're supposed to keep our wits. We're not supposed to go in the ways of the oppressor and get drunk every night after work, hopping into happy hours, getting drunk and driving home drunk and endangering ourselves as well as our family on the road. We're not supposed to sit back and get to sessions, pulling on marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they call them L's or whatnot now, you know what I'm saying? Blunts, bowls or whatnot, whatever way you take it into your body. We're not supposed to even smoke it in that. We're not even supposed to smoke it. Because when you light it up, you change the chemical makeup of the earth. You know what I'm saying? It can be used as a salve. But instead, we out here lighting it up. That's a sin. Getting high is a sin. Using marijuana in order to get high is a sin. You can use it as a medicinal purpose if a physician prescribes it to you. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to go into the oppressor's ways and pour out our brothers and sisters, whether that's in real life or on the internet. All this OnlyFans and all this revenge porning. We're not supposed to do that to our brothers and sisters. We're not supposed to covet our brothers and sisters' things like the oppressor does. You know, the oppressor don't like other oppressors at all. Bob don't like Jim. Bob's jealous of Jim's pool. Jim's jealous of Bob's boat. They don't like each other. They're always jealous and vying for power when it comes to each other. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to do that when it comes to Israel. We're the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the chosen people of the Bible, and there is a way in which we're supposed to live, and it's right here in these scriptures. And it's not to do all the disgusting things that the oppressor wants us to do. Because what happens when we do those things? The oppressor gets to rule over us. We destroy ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Hence, are we safe from ourselves? So if we're not thinking right and we're not getting guidance from the men above us, you know what I'm saying, then we're going in the ways of the oppressor because we're leaning on our own understanding instead of getting counsel. You having an alt at home, which is with your spouse, get counsel. If you right here in Texas, South Texas, you can get counsel from Officer Gabawal, any other 5,000, get counsel from Captain Yachty. You know what I'm saying? There's a number. We pass out many flyers all the time, as well as cards at the food drives that we had. And anytime we have boots on the ground at any event, we had a bunch of boots on the ground down in Galveston. You know what I'm saying? Get counsel. Don't lean on your own understanding. When you lean on your own understanding, you just might destroy yourself. Now let's read it again. Envy not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Don't choose none of the oppressor's ways. We might be talking about spouses and stuff. What's one of the oppressor's favorite things? Divorce. Oppressors love to get divorces. They love to talk about it. They done taught our sisters to love getting divorces. Love to talk about it. Love to destroy their own. Taught our sisters to love to destroy our own families. You know what I'm saying? Through this feminism and all that. And all this through the things that the way they portray our brothers and sisters on TV. Whether it's of love and hip hop, basketball wives, or making sure we look like the most disgusting gangsters and drug dealers on TV. And then they take that and they give it to us. And then we emulate for them to sit back and laugh at us. Sit back and have something to have a after school dinner discussion about us. You know what I'm saying? We're more than that. We're royalty. We're blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. We are the Israelites, the chosen people of God. You know what I'm saying? I move right along. Let me pull another scripture. Hosea 1, actually no, I'm going to pull Zephaniah 2 and 1. And what happens when we allow the oppressor to rule over us? We allow the oppressor to keep us in these low state in which we're in. You know what I'm saying? You want to get up out of the barrios, get up out of the ghettos, stop wanting for all things, and you come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Who the nation not desired? The Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. They show us every day that we ain't desired. You know what I'm saying? They got our people facing down rivers, not lace, but booby trap with razor wire. You know what I'm saying? Just to come here. They got to brave the Darien Gap with over 60 miles of dense jungle, snakes, poisonous spiders, scorpions. It's a spot in the Darien Gap where once they pass the jungle part, they feel kind of relieved because, okay, the worst part's behind them. Now they got to take a boat ride up the rest of the way. But if they don't got enough money, they get left there. They got to sit there and wait and camp out and hope that one of the people with the boats coming through will have pity on them and bring them here. You know what I'm saying? We're the nation not desired. There's commercials on the phone right now that say, oh, you see all these people coming here? They're getting all type of help and assistance. But we're going to show you how to get your $5,400 You know what I'm saying? Our own people being the voice for this stuff. We are the nation not designed. We're the blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian people. We're the chosen people of the Bible. And this nation, this place here, America, AKA spiritual Babylon, don't like us. But I'll tell you what, everybody done heard that Christ is a black man. The problem is we've been teaching it since 1969.
Right.
But it took Vladimir Putin
Right.
to say something about it
Right.
for everybody else to start listening fine. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer 5000. Nah. Shalom, Israel.
I got you. Big ass.
I don't know what that is.
Say again?
I don't know what that is. Big old Murphys.
You got the camera on zoom lens today.
What happened was, I messed around and started up. I was still on the top.
Oh.
Still on the light. It was at laptop. I presume you got.
No, you good. You too hot. You like that? All right. What was you at? What was you going into?
I just jumped off of chapter 9, 2 and 1.
Right.
About us being the nation not desired.
Right.
I've covered Proverbs 3 and 31.
What's that? Envy not the
You're
oppressor.
not the oppressor, but you want to run back through? You know, yeah.
Grab the Bible.
Come.
What's the name of the class again?
Are we safe from ourselves?
Are we safe from ourselves? That's right. All right, so I really want to get into like, all right, danger and depression, or the dangers of depression. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, it's a lot again. A lot of times we fall into the traps that our own mind put on us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we can't really make it out that space. Like I call like the ghetto of your mind. You know what I'm saying, Yakapa?
Okay.
Like a lot of people can't get out of that space, and that space is there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And it is a way out of that space in your mind, but you got to know how to get out of that space. A lot of us are just stuck there. Like, I mean, we're going to get some good scriptures today, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we got enough time. And we're going to really expand on that space in your mind and how to free yourself from that mental captivity, you know what I'm saying? Or that place that we know is there, and sometimes you make that place real life, right? So, let's get into it. You ready?
Come.
We'll start with Job 16 and 16.
Job 16 and 16. This is the book of Job, chapter 16, verse 16.
All right, you got it.
You want some? All right, this book of Job, chapter 16, verse 16. My face is foul with weeping.
Wait, my face is what?
Foul with weeping.
What?
And on my eyelids is the shadow of death.
So his face is foul with weeping. What that mean?
He been mourning, he been crying.
Yeah. My face is foul with weeping. It's like a scowl on your face. You're like, damn, twisted up. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids is the shadow of death. Right?
God.
That's the hell with destruction, but that's also like you can't escape death, right? And we can't escape the shadow neither. You dig what I'm saying? And when that shadow touches you, you die, right? So he sees the shadow of death, and he sees how close death is, right? He wants death to come. We're gonna get into it, right? On his eyelids is the shadow of death, but he's crying, he's weeping. In his mind, he's going through something, right? We're gonna dig more into what Job is going through. Give me let's go to Job chapter 3, verse 4.
This is the book of Job, chapter 3.
Start at verse 3.
Chapter 3?
Yeah.
This is the book of Job, chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let the day perish wherein I was born,
Mm-hmm.
and the night in which it was set, there is conceived.
So he's saying, let the day perish that I was born. That day that I was born, I wish it never happened, right? Let the day perish where they said the child was conceived. So when my mother and my father found out that I was there, I wish that day never happened. Keep going.
Verse 4. Let the day be darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Let not God regard it from above.
He said, let that day be darkness. Let what?
Let not God regard it from above.
I wish the Lord didn't even see that day. I wish the Lord didn't even count that day. Go ahead.
Neither let the light shine upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Let darkness and the shadow of death stay it.
I wish that day died, right? So we're gonna get into the shadow of death thing, right? Job is understanding that life is hard. Life is rough, you know what I'm saying? It's issues and perils that he got to deal with in life. And a lot of times we see our life and we see the things we going through. Remember, Job was going through a lot. His wife just told him just curse God and die. Like right before this, right? He was just like, why don't you just curse the Lord and die? He was going through a lot. He lost all his kids. You know what I'm saying? He lost everything he owned. At this point, he was low, like low. And he just in the point where he just asking the Lord to just take him out of here. And he's asking for the shadow of death to come touch him. You dig what I'm saying? He's depressed. He's in a low state of mind. He's in the ghetto of his mind. And he can't get himself out of there. A lot of us get there when we ain't got no money. You dig what I'm saying? Or a lot of us get there when we ain't got the things that we want, like a woman that can't have a kid. You dig what I'm saying? Anything that can get you to that space, like you see somebody die that you was close to. Your homie get murdered, you know what I'm saying? Or your mom or whoever go through something, or your father or whoever close to you. When you lose something or when you don't have what you want, we go into a place of depression, like Job is at, right? You dig what I'm saying? Okay. So now Job is like, man, I wish that day that I was born didn't exist. I wish the day that I was born died. Give me Psalms 23 and 4.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 4.
Read that. Let me make sure that's what I think it is.
Come.
But
Yea, though
Yeah,
I walk through
that's
the
right.
valley of the shadow of death.
now, what is the shadow of death? Talk about it. I know you heard the scripture before, right?
I heard the scripture before.
I'm sure you heard the scripture a million times. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Now, we said it all, but that should be broken up in parts. Right?
As he's going through stuff. He's going through shit. You know what I'm saying?
The valley of the shadow of death. You feel what I'm saying? Now, valley is like the deeps, the lows, the depths, the dark parts, the hard parts. And that valley is where the shadow of death lives, where there's no light at. Right? So he's saying, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Go ahead.
I will fear no evil.
Now, this is a two-edged sword, because some people don't fear the evil because they don't care for the evil, right? But some people don't fear the evil because they know the Lord is on their side, right? Keep going.
For thou art with me.
Now, this is the righteous man. When you know that the Lord is with you, and you don't fear the evil because you got the Lord on your side, this is how you get through your depression. We're going to go all the way through it. When you find out that the Lord is there for you, and when you get through your darkness, scriptures, all these scriptures going to say is what I'm saying right now. But when you get through your darkness and you find that light, then you're going to be like, oh man, I understood why I had to go through that. Because it's tough times, it's hard times. But through those hard times, you'll find a beautiful place that you might not ever been to if you didn't suffer. How do we know what daytime look like if we don't go through the night? How do we know what sun look like if we don't have rain? Right? The Lord said he always got balance. How do we know what old look like if he wasn't young? You think what I'm saying? Or how do we know the difference between one and another? You gotta have the bad with the good. Like electricity, you need positive and negative. That's just the flow of things. It won't work without the other one, right? So let's get Jeremiah 13:6. You know what I'm saying? And that valley of that shadow of death, man. Oh, my bad. So like, was there more on that?
Come.
Keep going. We're gonna wind up coming back to this too.
Somebody.
You lost it?
Come.
All right, so it says, Psalm 23:4, it says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Right?
Okay.
Think of it like, okay. All right, what's the rod and the staff? Let me see where you at.
I understand.
Big. The rod and thy staff comfort me. All right. Think of it like this. The Lord called us as sheep,
Come.
right?
Shepherd.
He's a shepherd.
Come.
Now the staff and the rod is there to control the sheep, but it's also there to fight off any danger, right? So if we sheep and we see a wolf and we're like, oh damn, it's a wolf over there, we got to depend on the shepherd, the rod, and the staff to save us. Because if we don't depend on him, then we all go haywire. We all lose our mind. There's no order. Nothing is right. We need the shepherd to get us in order and fight the wolf. You dig what I'm saying?
Come.
So he has a double job, which is to keep us and fight off our battles. If we don't understand what the Lord is there for, then we just lose our mind. We don't see the Lord there. We don't see him protecting us every day. We don't see his rod. You see what I'm saying? We don't see the strength that he, you know what I'm saying, that he uses to ward off any dangers or enemies. Right? Was that it? Oh, they comfort me, you know what I'm saying? They protect us. Give me Jeremiah 13:16. We're gonna come back to that though. We pretty much just broke it down, but
This is the book of Jeremiah.
my man he pulled out the paper Bible. There you go.
Chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Give glory to the Lord your God before he calls darkness and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains.
Where am I at? I'm tripping. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. And while ye look for light, he turned it.
Start from the top again.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Give glory to the Lord your God
Mm-hmm.
before he calls darkness.
He do what?
Before he calls darkness.
Which means what?
Distress, all that, everything, curses and all that.
Right. Which means he's in control of the darkness, so he can send the darkness your way.
Come.
So give glory to the Most High, or he'll cause that darkness. Go ahead.
And before your feet stumble,
Which
upon
is
the
what?
dark.
Which is this? What's that?
Oh, that's when you suffering the curses.
You cursed. Exactly. You suffering the curse. So they said, give glory to the Lord, or you're gonna cause the darkness and make you stumble.
Come.
Go ahead.
Upon the dark mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and while ye look for light.
For what?
While ye look for light.
What's the light? I want to see if you can catch it. It's gonna be in the class, but I want to see if you know.
Look for the law, statutes, and commandments. Then you look for the council.
You're not all the way on it. We're gonna just stay there. But go ahead. This drum key. Oh, that's it. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Come.
He turned it into shadow
Go ahead.
of death.
Now, he gonna turn them stumbles and that stress you're going through, he gonna turn all of that darkness, into a shadow of death. And when that day comes, you won't be in the light. You won't have no light. You don't have an opportunity to find the light anymore because you've been touched by that shadow of death. And niggas die when that shadow touch them. Keep going.
And make it gross darkness.
Now, the scripture we just read says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm not going to fear the evil because the Lord is with me. Now, it's saying if you don't give glory to the Lord, that shadow of death is going to consume you. Which means if you don't understand what the Lord is here for, and if you don't say, you know what I'm saying, if you don't give your time and your effort and everything to the Lord, if you don't dedicate your life to the Lord and serving the Lord and his people, then what's the point of life? You're going to walk into a bullet one day. Or you're going to pull out from that green light, somebody will tear the whole front of your car off. Because that curse is going to overtake you. Right? Or you're going to go get some drugs one day, and you never going to go see your family again. You know what I'm saying? Your body going to go numb. Or whatever the Lord may do to you. You dig what I'm saying? We just don't know what that day will cause when the darkness come upon you. And then you stumble, and then the shadow of death come touch you. Go ahead.
Verse 17. But if ye will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places
Go ahead.
for your pride.
And then that day, we going to be sad. We're going to cry about it. We're like, yo, you heard what happened to such and such? Dang, that was crazy. That was my man. I told him to come to class. He just didn't want to hear it. I told him to come learn this truth so he can set himself free, find his soul. He just didn't want to hear it. And you heard what happened to so-and-so? Yeah, that was crazy. We gonna weep in them secret places. Go ahead.
Okay. And mine eyes shall weep sore and run down with tears because the Lord's flock is carried away captive.
That's us. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't fix yourself, when you can't fix yourself, you'll suffer. And then we'll all suffer because you chose to suffer. If I choose the wrong thing to do, then I'll be the one that the shadow of death touch. And then when they touch me, my family gotta suffer. You know what I mean? My kids and my wife and my mother and my father, they gotta suffer because of my choices. And everybody else that come after me will suffer because of my choices. So when you got depression in your mind, you gotta choose at some point, I'm done with that. What do Salakia? What I gotta do? Get the word. That's the only way to get through the depression. Go do some work. You worried about the things that you can't have or the things that you were not able to obtain. Salakia, when it's things you could be doing. Like if you a sister, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what y'all could be doing. Make some plates of food. Help niggas out. Because niggas is starving. They got appetites. And they can do what they need to do because they're not worried about their appetite. Like, I know me, I'd be like, damn, y'all about to do what? I'm hungry as hell. But sister show up like, hey, we got 32 sandwiches for y'all. Turkey, cheese, mayo, and all that. I'm like, what? Come on, we out. I'm throw down 2 sandwiches, what we doing? I'm not gonna worry about my hunger. My phone, my lady called me, what's going on? Da, 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 da. You know, the kids doing, if you take care of that, I don't gotta worry about the house. I gotta worry about what's in front of me. But when I can't worry about that, I'm worried about whatever else that should be taken care of. That's the sister's job. Or that's another brother's job. These are the things you could be doing instead of sitting around depressed. Help somebody out. Go do something. Because that day when you fall and you stumble, we all like, man, that was crazy. You should have been in some business. You should have been doing something. But instead, it was in the ghetto of your mind, in the valley of the shadow of death, walking around, not even thinking about the Lord, just playing outside. Somebody knocked your top off. Keep going. What you got? Anything? Oh no, that's it on that. Give me Job 12 and 22. Started started 19.
19?
Mm-hmm. He get time. The brother's in the paper Bible, so you know what I mean. Y'all bear with him. He doing the right thing.
12 and 22?
Job 12 and 19. Started 19.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 19.
Go ahead.
He leadeth princes away spoil,
Mm-hmm.
and overthrown the mighty.
He leadeth away princes, spoil you. Like, take everything they got and throw away the mighty. Go ahead.
Verse 20. He removeth away the speech of the thirsty.
Thirsty.
Okay.
The one that's like a hard salesman, like a car salesman. He like, yeah, you know, he take his speech away. That's all he got. Go ahead.
And taketh away understanding of the age.
If you a dumb old head, then you just pointless in life. Like, I don't even know why you around. You a dumb old head. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 21. He poureth contempt upon princes,
Mm-hmm.
and weakeneth the strength of the mighty.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. He discovereth deep things out of darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and bringeth out the light, the shadow of death.
Go ahead.
Verse
Oh, that was
20.
it. Like, so what he's saying is, you can die in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can lose when you thought you was good. Like, he can bring the dark into the light. You think you got money, you up, you Diddy right now. You in your Diddy bag right now. You know what I'm saying? You doing well in life. But the Lord can bring you right out of that space in life. Because that's what he do. You too wild? Wait, is it sound in the class?
Shalom, sorry.
I mean, the Lord can take us out of the beautiful places, like Pete, like he just did the Diddy, or Meek Mill. We all think that we in a good place, or even some of us, we might think we in a good place. But the Lord can take all of that from us overnight, because he take the contempt from the princes. You know what I'm saying? He take the wisdom from the old. He take the things that we cherish, or we take for granted. Like Charleston White, I seen a video with him talking about Gilly. He said, "Oh, Gil, you lost your kid. Oh yeah, I could call my son. You can't call your son." Like, nigga, you playing with fire because your son could not make it home today. The things that we take for granted, that's what the Lord gonna take from you. And when that day come, you're gonna find yourself in depression. You're gonna find yourself in the shadow of death. Go ahead. Was there anything else on that? Or not in the shadow of death, but in the danger of the shadow of death. So lock it.
23.
What else is on 23? Nah, that's it on that.
Okay.
Give me Job 10 and 19.
10 and 19.
Yeah.
Job, chapter 10.
This boy Job was crazy.
This is the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
I should have been as though I had not been.
What is he saying?
Should have been that way?
No. Read it again.
Though I had not been.
Yeah.
I should have been as though I had not been.
What is he saying?
Should have been like laying low.
I should have been as though I have not been.
Like as you wasn't even there.
Yes.
Kinda.
I wish I wasn't here.
Kinda.
Like, that's what Job was saying. Like, God damn. Like, he's thinking in his mind, like, I wish I wasn't even alive no more. Like, I wish I wasn't here anymore. I wish the Lord would just take me off earth right now. Mind you, he just lost all his kids. Everything he owned. His wife told him to curse God and die. And when I was young, somebody told me that a bird pooped in his eye or something like that. But I don't know if that's true. I ain't seen that in the Bible. When I was young, they told me that. He had a bird. He looked up at the Lord and the bird doodle in his eye. I'm not sure if that's in the scripture, but that's what they told me when I was a kid. I should go find that and see if it's in there. But, you know what I'm saying? He was going through a lot. And he was just like, at this point, he just was ready to give up everything to Ghost. But he didn't curse the Lord. He was cursing himself. He was like, I wish the guy would just do this and do that. But he didn't know that the Lord had something planned way better for him. We're going to get into all that. Go ahead.
I should have been carried from the womb to the grave.
I should have been carried from the womb to the grave. I wish my life didn't even go. Like, I should have died my first day. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Are not my days few?
Mm-hmm.
Cease then.
So he's saying, life is short anyway, right? So I could go today. I could go now. Go ahead.
And let me alone,
Mm-hmm.
that I may take comfort a little.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. Before I go, whence shall I not return?
Mm-hmm.
Even the land, so I can even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
He said, man, when I go, I don't want to return here. Go ahead.
Verse 22. A land of darkness,
Mm-hmm.
as darkness itself.
It's like darkness itself. Like, that's what this land is like. This land is like darkness itself. Go ahead.
And of the shadow of death,
Mm-hmm.
without any order.
That's what this land is. This land is the shadow of death without any order. That's what we live in right now. Like, death is outside, and the shadow is hanging over us every day. We're in the shadow of death. At any given moment, we can die. And we all know this. But we still go forward every day living like the Lord is with us. That's why we fear no evil. Because we know in the path of death, the Lord will deliver me. The Lord will save me. I got faith in the Lord that sheep, like that, what's it called? The shepherd is going to save me. I see the wolf. I'm going to look at the wolf and be like, yeah, you ain't nothing to the shepherd. But some people look at the wolf and be like, oh my God, they defecate and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they scared to death. Because they don't trust in the shepherd. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all starts. Your depression in your mind is working because you don't trust nobody. You don't trust the people that's around us, the people that's put in position to take care of you. We can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like us men, we have men above us. You sisters, you got men above you. Everybody has somebody that they can look forward to trust. A shepherd. Somebody that can help you get out the way when the wolf is coming. And all of us got people like Commander and YAHANNA, the generals and the captains and the officers. We all got people that's willing to go to bat for us. Right? And we all got Christ. Christ is going to make sure we cool. That's the shepherd. You know what I'm saying? Christ is the shepherd. But instead, we worry about the beast in the field. The wolf is Esau. That's the wolf. He's the beast of the field. And when we see the wolf, we crumble. Man, look. We in the valley of the shadow of death. We living around it. We living with Esau. But don't let him get in your mind. Don't let that demon take over you. Because if not, you can't defeat the demon, then the demon going to defeat you. And then you lost to yourself. Because the wolf, all you gotta do is look at you. And you'll kill yourself. God damn. The wolf just look at you and you kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? What else you got? That's that. All right, drop that. Give me Micah 7:1. That's why we come to class, man. We come to class so you can learn how to have, you know what I'm saying, the power to deal with these things that we all go through. We all go through depression. It's all in the scripture. That's what we're pointing to right now. We're pointing at depression in the scriptures. And we gotta learn these scriptures so we can fight it off. Because otherwise you'll just fall victim to it because you don't know where it's at in the scriptures to deliver yourself. That's why we all come to class. You know what I'm saying? So we can learn. Get these fucking, it's like, my bad, get these demons off you. You dig what I'm saying? Shalaki, my bad, excuse my language. Go ahead, Micah 7:1.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe is me.
Yeah, that's what Mike is saying. He said, woe is me, man. Destruction is me. I'm destroyed, man. It's like he's just pitiful, full of pity. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to feel bad for him. Go ahead.
For I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits,
Mm-hmm.
as the grapelings,
The great gleanings.
as the
Mhm.
grape gleanings of the vintage.
Mm-hmm.
There is no cluster to eat.
Mm-hmm.
My soul desire the first stripe,
Right.
first stripe of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. The good man is perished.
He's
out-
saying like it's like you going to gather your harvest and there's nothing there. That's how he feels. He feels like he worked for something. Like you go to work every week or all week, and you don't get no money on your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like he's working for something and is don't add up to nothing. So that's how he feels. He said, "That's woe is me. Like I'm sad. I'm pitiful because I feel like this." Go ahead.
Verse 2. The good man is perished out of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and there is none upright among men.
Mm-hmm.
They,
So the good men or the men that we look up to, they gone. It ain't no strong men. It ain't no men that's gonna stand for the Lord on earth no more. They all gone. Go ahead.
they all lie and wait for blood.
They all the men that's supposed to be good men, they all trying to commit a robbery. They all trying to murder somebody. They all done been, how can I put it? They all been manipulated by Esau. You know what I'm saying? That wolf showed up and they decided to turn into a wolf themselves. To outwolf the wolf. They don't know that the shepherd's gonna fight for them. But they trying to outwolf the wolf. You can't beat a wolf in this game if you a sheep. It don't work like that. But you trying to lie and wait for blood. But you a sheep. You think what I'm saying? Like that's not you. You think what I'm saying? Like it just don't work like that. But that's where all the good men are. That's where all the sheep are. They acting like wolves. Go ahead.
They hunt every man,
Mm-hmm.
his brother, with their nets.
Mm-hmm. They hunt their own brothers. Hunt every man. They hunt their own brothers with a net. Catch them with a net. Send them up the river. They might catch them, put them on, and get them on drugs. They might catch them with a bullet, or for some woman, or whatever the case may be. They're taking them away. They're taking all our men away because you're trying to be like the wolf. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no brotherhood. You're not humble around your brothers. You trying to be a predator. We're not predators. It's not our nature. That's why we the worst criminals ever. That's why we fill up the jails, because we just suck at being criminals. Keep going. Hey, see if it's on. See if anybody talking online. If they got any whatever on the internet.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
They that may do evil with both hands earnestly.
Mm-hmm.
The prince asketh,
Good.
and the judge asketh for a reward.
Mm-hmm.
And the man, it's like, and the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire.
Mm-hmm.
So that, it's like, so they wrap it up.
So they said the judge asked, the prince asked, and the great man, who should be the prophet, he utters a mischievous desire. And he wrap it up. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The best of them is as a briar.
A bread is like a trickster. Go ahead. Like Brer Rabbit. You read a Brer Rabbit? Yeah, he's like a trickster.
The most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge.
Mm-hmm.
The day of thy watching and thy visitation cometh.
Go ahead.
Now shall be their perplexity.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Trust ye not in afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Put ye not confidence in a God.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the door of thy mouth from her that lieth in the bosom. It's like
Yeah.
in thy bosom.
Yeah, he talking about talking to your woman. Like don't even talk to your woman. You know what I'm saying? Like don't talk to your friends, don't talk to your woman. He's secluding himself off. He's depressed. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen is he's gonna find himself in a space where he's alone. And he's just prime bait for Satan and the devil to work on. And the devil gonna fall on him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is the Lord is with us. And when you get to that point in life, your low is low, but you got the Lord with you, you can be there and survive. Because when it's darkest, even a little bit of light can save you. Right? Sometimes when it's bright outside and it's too much light, you can't see the light. There's no way to see it because it's bright. You live in the lights. But when you in the darkness, ooh-wee, that little bit of light is salvation. All right? Let's drop that. Let's get into it. Let's get all right. Let's go to Ezekiel 3:37-1.
Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1.
Go ahead.
The hand of the Lord was upon me
Mm-hmm.
and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord
Mm-hmm.
and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
No, this was the valley of the shadow of death. It's a valley of people that was dead, full of bones. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and caused me to pass by them round about.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, there was very
They
many
Mhm.
in the open valley,
Go ahead.
and lo, they were very dry.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Mm-hmm.
And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones,
Mm-hmm.
and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Now, when we in that valley, when we in that place, the Lord comes visit us. You'll see him. He'll be like Ezekiel. He'll be a man speaking to you. He's going to visit you when you in your valley of dry bones. And he's going to try to bring you out of it. But when we read this story, we'll find out that these people don't want to get out of that valley. They don't want to get away from the shadow of death. They want to stay right there. It's comfortable there. Because they don't want to change. That crack smoke just tastes so good. That weed smoke just tastes so good. You get what I'm saying? That hole, she just feels so good. And the things that we are addicted to is so sweet. That's the demon, right? And when that stumbling block come upon us, or when that shadow of death is there, we're gonna fall victim to it because it just seems so appealing to us. Like a demon is beautiful. They look so beautiful. They look so sweet. You know what I'm saying? They look tender. They come in a little baggie like this big. Or you'll see her, she got nothing on but a shoestring. You know what I'm saying? The demon just looks so sweet. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll look like your child. Or like a honey bun that you see in the refrigerator. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's the demon right there. Or like your wife. Or like your husband. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes that nigga come home and he had way too much to drink. It's like, it's a lock here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they'll be the things that you love. That's the demon coming. But Ezekiel is going to visit you. The Lord is going to send somebody to you in that valley. You have to know he's coming. We got to see him coming. And when he get there, he's going to say to the winds, O ye dry bones, can you live? Can you get better? And you should think, I can get better. Because you're going to think in your mind, like most of us going to think, nah, this just the way it is, man. This bruh, she just going to be a bruh. You know what I'm saying? Or my kids just going to be kids. There's nothing I can do about it. Or this baggie right here is just too strong for me. Like, you can't fight off a plant. You know what I'm saying? Those things that we see that look beautiful to us, we can't get rid of them. Because we don't want to change. And we don't hear the words of the prophet. So when we see the prophet speaking to us, we decline what he's saying. That's us in the valley of dry bones. That's us in the valley of the shadow of death. Kicking our own butt. And we can't get away from our own demons. Only you can fight them off. But you need help from Christ. Christ, you gotta get the spirit of Christ on you. You gotta get something. Somebody gotta come help you. You gotta get in these classes. That's the only way you could beat a demon. I'm telling you firsthand experience. And I know plenty of people that did it. Tons of people that did it. I know brothers that got out of smoking crack and dope and stopped selling it. They right here in the school. I know Crips and Bloods. I know gangsters and people with master degrees. They all right here in the UPK. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody from all walks and shapes of life is right here in the I.S.U.P.K. Because we've all seen and done the things necessary to change. We've all seen and done the things that the Lord told us to do. We heard Ezekiel in that field. And when Ezekiel came, he said, "Come out of one cut. I'm ready to change. What should I do? Put this on, put this black on, put this head wrap on, put this headpiece on, and go teach." Come out of one cut. And we was able to change our life from that day forward. You know what I mean? So don't fall victim to your depression, because there's somebody sent for you to help you. There's somebody there that's going to make sure you cool. But you got to be able to take that information and change yourself. Take that information and change your life. You know what I mean? Because without it, you know what I'm saying, you'll be the same dry bones upstairs. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you got any questions online, or we still going smooth?
Smooth.
What's on Christ? All right, give me Psalms 24 and 18.
Psalms 24 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, verse 18. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way.
One more time. I'm looking for the chapter and I was on it. My bad. Go ahead. Psalms 44 and 18.
Psalms chapter 44, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Our heart is not turned back,
Mm-hmm.
neither have our steps declined from the way,
From thy way.
from thy way.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. Though thou hast sore broken us,
What?
though thou hast sore broken us.
You talking about the Lord. Like, we ain't take our foot from thy way. This is the righteous spirit. We ain't take our foot from this David, right? We ain't take our foot from the way. But though the Lord broke us, and why'd he break us? Like, why'd he beat your child? Because they're doing the wrong thing, right? But you beat them, or not beat them, but you check them, or whatever you do. You check them with hopes that you can correct them. Sometimes you gotta take it to the max, because they need correction. They need to be broken, right? Go ahead.
Broken us sore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sore broken us. In the place of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know
covered,
the dragons is, all right? That's Esau. Broken us sore in the place of our oppressors. Go ahead.
and covered us with the shadow of death.
Now, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? We lived amongst Esau, and we could have died at any given moment. We was covered with the shadow of death. That spirit of death that was just there at any given moment. Cops stop you. Hey, what's going on, officer? I smell bow. You know what I'm saying? Or you go walk to the store and somebody just pull out an AK and shoot the store up. Or you know what I'm saying? Or you just go to child support court and they lock you up for 13 years because you ain't paid child support. Child support is sick. It's the only crime that you can commit just by being poor. That's insane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you just, I mean, happen to be outside, mistaken identity, you get mixed up and you away for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's covering us with the shadow of death. That's how we live. That's our society. That's what we had every day, right? We was with the dragon. We're covered with the shadow of death. Go ahead.
Verse 20. If we have forgotten the name of our God,
Mm-hmm.
outstretched out our hands,
Mm-hmm.
to a strange God.
It said we have forgotten the name of our God. So if we forgot the Lord or stretched out our hands to a strange God and reached and grabbed Islam or grabbed Christianity or Buddhism or, you know what I'm saying, whatever ism, you know what I'm saying, anything that is a perverse version of the Bible, because they all try to take the Bible and make a perverse version of it, right? Islam even come from the Bible, the first 5 books. So they're trying to take something and create something. So we stretched out our hand to a false God or forgot the name of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Shall not God search this out?
He gonna find out. The Lord gonna find out. He gonna like, oh, all right. Go ahead.
For he knoweth the secret of our heart.
He gonna find you. He gonna find out. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
For thy sake. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 23. Awake while sleepest thou, O Lord. Arise, cast us not afar, off forever.
So he's asking the Lord, he's pleading with the Lord, like, we in these dark places, right? He's asking the Lord, don't cast us off forever. Like we should be able to find our way back, right? Like we should know, okay, we with the dragons, we in the shadow of death, but reaching out to a false God or forget the name of the Lord is how we got there. So he's asking the Lord, like, please don't cast us all off forever. Go ahead.
Verse 24. Wherefore hidest, it's like hidest thou face,
Asking the Lord, where you go? Why you hiding from us? Go ahead.
and forgettest our affliction and our oppression.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. For our soul is bowed down to the dust.
Go ahead.
Our belly cleave unto the earth.
Yeah, he said our soul is bowed down to the dust, right? Our belly cleaved into the earth. Go ahead. We're praying. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Arise for our help and redeem us for thy mercy's sake.
Now the Lord knows it's rough. He gonna find us, right? But you gotta have faith in the Lord. We gotta have faith that the Most High gonna find us, right? Because we in hell because we chose to be. We in hell because of decisions that we made. So when it's dark and it's gloomy and you looking at that, whatever you looking at, about to make that decision, just remember, just go to class. Call the brother. Because Satan gonna get you by yourself. Excuse me. It's gonna be a wreck for you. That's when you need your brother. That's when brotherhood is a weapon. That's when sisterhood is a weapon. Excuse me. That's when you need your brothers and your sisters, when you need your family. Because they're gonna get you out of it. They're gonna help you get out of hell. That's Ezekiel. Coming through the valley of dry bones. But you gotta know that that's Ezekiel. Then you gotta know that that's somebody the Lord sent for you. And walk you out of that valley of dry bones. If not, you're gonna stay there with all them dead people. They're gonna be like looking at you like, where you going? You don't want to smoke this bag with me? You're gonna be like, Slack you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where you going? You ain't trying to talk to me about your husband no more? Slack you. Look, what me and him got going on, that's me and him. You can't help it anyway. Slack you. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Get out that valley of dry bones. When the brother you thinking about, you know what I'm saying, doing something, whatever you doing, call somebody. Slack you. Yo, I just, look, man, carnal, wicked spirit just took over me. You know what I'm saying? I just needed to call you and see what's up with you, dog, because other than that, I probably would have been somewhere doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, you picked up the phone and you saved my life. These are stories that happened before. This is what people do, especially coming into the truth. It's hard. Like you got a lot to do with to get out of the world. Like coming out of the world is not easy. And all the people that we see, all these Passovers and all that we see, these people, they defy physics. That's a miracle. You think what I'm saying? Like in my book, they damn near broke records. You came out of the world into here. That's amazing. Because that life seems so sweet. This life seems so harsh and rugged and jagged. Why choose this? But we know it's right. You know what I'm saying? We know it's the right thing to do. But that life out there just seems so sweet. The weed smell ever so fresh. You know what I'm saying? The money is ever so plentiful. The women is throwing it at you. Like, oh, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Put them together. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, it's just so much going on out there. It's just so easy to be caught up. That's just life. But then you come in here and you're like, I'm cool on the women. Get that weed out my face. I don't even want to smell the weed. Cigarettes, you think I am? Cigarettes? You disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, women, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. I need me a woman that's going to be at the house. Like, I'd rather have a woman that I can speak to, not a woman that I can look at. And she's like, what? Who you think you is? I'm like, look. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, you train yourself to be more disciplined here. Women as well. Because they fighting off that depression. They fighting off that old person. Whatever depression is a demon. Now, they may say it's a clinical thing. It's just a demon. It's a spirit that's on your soul, that's vexing your spirit, that you got to get off of it. Let's keep going. I don't want to get too deep into it. Let's go to Psalms 107 and 12.
Psalms 107 and 12. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Therefore, he brought down their heart with labor.
Mm-hmm.
They fell down,
Mm-hmm.
and there was none to help.
Go ahead. Now, when you get to that point, the Lord gonna break us down with slavery, with oppression. And when you fall down and you look up and nobody there to help, that's when you feel defeated. That's when you feel the most defeated, when you look around for help and nobody's there. Keep going.
Verse 13. Then they cried unto the Lord.
Unto who?
Unto the Lord.
He's there. He's there. When you think that there's nobody there, the Lord is there. And what you gonna do? Cry to the Most High, like, dang. You're gonna do what everybody should do. Just ask the Lord for help, because you didn't hit rock bottom. He knocked you down, and your belly is cleaving into the earth. Hit rock bottom. You in the valley with the shadow of death, with the dry bones. Nobody's alive. And you look around, and there's nobody there. You just dead with them. Call on the Lord. Come to class. Sit in the class with the men. Regardless what you're going through it. All right. I was young. It's a lot. But I probably shouldn't even tell this story, dog. That's crazy. They about to check me. But when I was young, man, I was fighting it, trying to come into the truth. Like, I love the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my 1882. I roll up on the way to class. Get to class. Every day the class was about smoking. Every day. Every time, I'm like, why they was talking about weed? Nigga, because they was talking to me. You dig what I'm saying? Like, every day. And I remember I get home and I roll up again. And at some point, I just start looking at the weed and looking at the Bible. I'm talking about literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? And I look at the weed, and at one point, I think I stopped smoking for like 15 minutes. I threw that joint in the river and poured another one out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just that tired or that hooked to it. But it took for General Hyman, a couple generals, a couple officers, or captains now, you know what I'm saying? And they was able to get me out of that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting high coming to class. And I knew at some point, one of these two will win. Whether it's going to be this class or this blunt. And with the tutelage of the men that cared so much about my spirit and my soul, you know what I'm saying? They helped me free myself for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to become a better person. But while I was sinning, I was still fighting for my spirit in the class. I knew that one of them was going to win. So even when you in the calamity, even when you in the hell, come to class. Call your brother, because that's when you need him the most. Bro, if you was super duper high, you should be in class. Because if not, you're going to be embarrassed. And your sin is going to overcome you. You get what I'm saying? If you high, come sit in this seat right now. Everybody that's high, come sit in this seat. This where you should be while you high. You know what I'm saying? Because you can fight that demon of smoking weed. Otherwise, you're going to be out there getting high. And it's never going to stop. It has no end. You'll be high for the rest of your life until that shadow touch you. Then it's over. If you high and you want to do something about it, just come sit in this seat. I don't care what you high on. You could be high on everything outside. Come sit in this seat. And that's how you fight that high. Because when you get high, as soon as you shoot that, or whatever you do, as soon as you do what you do, you feel bad. You feel bad. Like, dang, I shouldn't have smoked that blunt. Or you high, you smoke weed, you get paranoid. Like, hello? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get paranoid. You feel like, I shouldn't have smoked that blunt. Most people do. If you conscious, that's how you feel. Come sit in class. That's where you should be. Because otherwise, you're going to just let that demon get you. And you're going to just jump off a cliff because you're so damn nervous. You know what I'm saying? So damn paranoid. Don't get me started on the perks. What you got, man? Keep going. Verse 13.
Okay. Verse 13. Then they cried unto the Lord in their trouble.
Come to class in your trouble. While you in it. Like knee, neck, foot, hairline, braid deep in your troubles. Come to class. That's when you come to class, like Salakia. And we're going to see it. As soon as you walk in the door, you're going to walk through, and we're going to see your whole spirit walking with you. And niggas, the teacher, you know what I'm saying, as wise as he is, whoever's up here or wherever you at, that teacher's going to be like, He going to see your whole spirit. As soon as you sit there, you ask two questions. He going to see your whole spirit. He going to check that spirit, and you're going to be broken. He's Ezekiel. And if not, you just a dry bone. And you choose to be dry. You're going to go outside, and the shadow going to touch you. It's going to be over. Because you can't deal with the depression. You can't fight yourself off. You're just going to lose to Satan. And that wolf is going to devour you in that field. And guess what the shepherd going to say? Another one bites the dust. Like, you think what I'm saying? Like, he can try to save the sheep. But every sheep is his own sheep. Some sheep going to go astray. But then you got shepherds like David. He going to go get that sheep. He going to go fight that wolf for you. You got shepherds like Christ that's going to go get that sheep. That's what we here to do. We're going to fight that demon. So while you in your trouble, we're going to fight for you. When that sheep is in the mouth of the wolf, we're fighting the wolf. That's our job. You, just come to class. Go ahead.
And he saved them out of their distress.
That's what it is. Your distress is your depression. In your trouble, you come to class, and the Lord gonna save you from your stress. Now you got two different types of stress. We got a couple, but the two that I remember is eustress and distress. Eustress is like going to school or going somewhere where your stress makes you it'll put you in a better place, right? So like taking care of your family, that's eustress. You know what I'm saying? You know that you're gonna be stressed out, but it's for a better cause. But then distress is like, it don't even go nowhere. Like you just stressed out for no reason. Like getting high is distress. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even doing nothing. You just breaking your body. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be mad at what you did to yourself. That's distressful. The Lord said, come in your trouble. And He's gonna save you out of your trouble while you in your stress. Go ahead.
Verse 14. He brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death.
Go ahead.
And break their bones. Break their bands in sunder.
In sunder. So your bands is what's holding you back. The things that's keeping you back, He's gonna break them. He's gonna break the chains of Christianity, Islam, drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going through with your woman, He's gonna break it. But that's how you break it. You gotta come to class. You gotta fight it every day. It's gonna fight you back. It's not gonna let you go. It's gonna be on your heels, like back pockets, ankle socks. Like it's gonna be chasing you. A lot of us was chased into that door. It's a lot of you. We was chased into the door. And the door closed and the bullets went past the door. This is not made up. I can drop the name of who this really is. The bullets chased them into the school. You dig what I'm saying? Some of us had no choice. If we didn't sit in this seat, we would have died outside. They was in the trouble. And the Lord saved them. Read that whole scripture again, 12 to 14.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 14.
Read 12 through 14.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 12. Therefore, he brought down their heart with labor.
Mm-hmm.
They fell down, and there was none to help.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Then they cried unto the Lord in their trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and he saved them out of their distress.
Good.
Verse 14. He brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death,
Mm-hmm.
and break their bands in sunder.
What's on Christ? All right, give me Isaiah 9 and 2. Isaiah 9 and 2. Yeah, we get it, man. Like, we get it. Like, depression don't get you nowhere. Only thing it gets you is death. What is called Isaiah what? 9 and 2? Depression gets you nowhere but death. But how do you beat it? We alluded to it during the class, but only way to beat it is by asking Christ to help you, asking the Most High to help you. That's the only way to beat it. Because you gotta, how about this? I'm gonna put it to you like this. All right, you get into a fight at school or wherever, right? Let's say we was kids, right? You get into a fight at school, right? And let's say you in the 6th, 7th, or 7th grade, right? Or whatever grade you in. And somebody 2 grades above you beat you up, right? What you gonna do if you got siblings?
Oh, let them know.
You gonna go get your older brother, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna go get somebody that's bigger than him. That's that other man or that other person that beat, that's the demon. That's Satan. Christ is your older brother. You gotta go get your older brother to beat that demon. Because if not, you just gonna get beat up every day. You're gonna take your lunch money. You're gonna go to school and you're gonna be hungry as hell when you get home. You did what I'm saying? You're gonna take your lunch money. Or even if you get free lunch, you're gonna take your free lunch. You can't sit at the lunch table, or you're just gonna get smacked in your face every day. Smack, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go get your older brother. You got an older brother, he probably a boxer too. He be hitting the speed bag, or he be hitting the joint like this. he hit the speed bag every day. He on the heavy bag, wham! You know what I'm saying? Knock the heavy bag in the ceiling. He's the boxer. I'm talking about he nice, you know what I'm saying? He punch a hole in the heavy bag. Boom, and all the sand come out. And you don't want to go get him, you're just going to get beat up every day at school. But that dude that's knocking sand out the heavy bag is your brother. That's Christ. He knocked the sand out the heavy bag. And you get beat up every day and get your lunch money took. You think what I'm saying? Like, you a coward. Go get your brother. I got my brother. You did what I'm saying? I went and got my brother. That's how I got out the world. It's the only way out the world. You got to go get your big brother. And when you find your big brother, you say, I'm ready to fight these demons. You got to have it in you to fight the demons in yourself. Because if you can't fight them, you can't win. Your older brother can't fight all your battles. Sometimes you got to say, all right, you know what? I'm willing to fight. Let's get it. And he helps you. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of Christ. He's going to help you fight your battles. But you got to have the spirit in you to want to fight. If you ain't got the spirit in you to fight, dog, you just wasting your brother time. You like, all right, let's go get him. Where he at? Him right there. You go hide behind the car. Like, come on, dog. Like, I thought you was trying to go fight him. Nah, I was just trying to see if you fight him. You know what? I had stuff to do. He might fight for you. Knowing how the older brother is, he might fight for you. But if if he don't demolish that demon, that demon's coming back. And when he come back, he's gonna be stronger. And you didn't develop the fight to beat him the first time. You're not beating him the second time. Go get your big brother. Go get him. All right, what we got? Isaiah what? 9-2?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
The people that walked in the darkness had seen, it's like you have seen a great light.
That's us, man. Like when you in the darkness, as we were talking about earlier, when you in the darkness, you can see a small light is a great light. Like think about it like this: when it's nighttime, the moon is a great light. But when it's daytime, the moon ain't nothing. Because the sun is a greater light. When you in darkness, the smallest glimpse of light is a great light. And that's us. We in the shadow of darkness. We in the we in the darkness, right? And that light, we're gonna find out what the light is. Go ahead.
They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death,
Go ahead.
upon them hath the light shine.
What's the light? I believe I just gave the answer. What's the light?
Lord.
Yeah. How do we see the light though?
I follow the law, statutes, commandments.
We see the light. I'm gonna give it to you. Give me Luke 1:79.
1:7. Said Luke what, sir? 27?
Luke 1. What? Luke
Said
1 and
Luke
7. 1 and 79. What you just say?
Luke 1:79.
You just said something crazy.
I-
Luke 27 is insane. Go ahead.
Look. 79. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 79.
Mm-hmm.
To give the light, it's like to give light to them that sit in darkness and sit, it's like, and in the shadow of death.
Now, the light is Christ. He's the light, right? He came to give light to us in the darkness because we couldn't see. All of us was in the darkness, but there was one person that came to give us light in the darkness. And so today, we keep that spirit of light to shine in the darkness. So you have the light today. I have the light today. All the commanders, it's like all the generals and the captains have the light to shine it in the darkness. And somebody in the dark, hopefully they'll be like, yo, you see that? And they able to go towards the light because they know it's dark, right? And when they come towards the light, they're leading themselves out of the darkness. But if they don't ever see the light, some people, they don't look up. They'll rather just look down and do what they're doing right now. But if somebody that's looking up, he's just wandering and pondering and praying that, he could get out of this darkness. He's going to look up. One day he's going to see a light. He's like, oh, damn. Y'all see that light? He's like, no, there's no light. And he had to go on his own and go find the light. Where the light coming from? And that day he's going to find out, like, he's going to walk away. He's going to look back and see all the dry bones. And he was like, damn, that's where I was living at? And he's like, yeah, that's where you was living at. You was living down in the homeless street, wherever you live at. We call it Kensington in Philly. You was down Kensington with the dry bones, or whatever homeless street or whatever drug addict street is here. That's where you was living at. But you didn't see it because you was there, you was in it. But now that you could look at it from the outside in with a light, you see it different. Paul said your glass is foggy. You know what I'm saying? Your glass is foggy because you're trying to look out of it, but when you got the light and look on the other side, you can see it better. I forget the script. I probably jam that up. But your glass is foggy because you're not looking through it right. You don't got the light to look through it. That's what Christ is. Christ is the light. You know what I mean? What time is it? All right, bet. Let's do, I'm sure you're cool with Deuteronomy 28. Isaiah 59:1.
59.
Yo, Dad. Listen, no, my teaching class right now. I mean, all right, you gonna be up in a little bit? All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All right. All right, Isaiah 59:1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear.
Now, if the Lord's hand isn't short, why don't he save us? Why are we still living in the shadow of death if the Lord's hand isn't short and his ears can hear? Why don't he just wipe everything away and let us be cool?
Is that too easy?
Huh?
Is that too easy?
Because it's too easy?
Something like that, like.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it's because it's too easy. If the Lord can change, the darkness is his and the light is his. The shadow is his, right? Now we live in the shadow, which is the darkness. But the light is his too. That's Christ, right? So why can't the Lord just take away the darkness?
We ain't, our people ain't doing right all the time.
Read the next verse.
Verse 2. But your iniquity has separated between you and your God.
Mm-hmm.
And your sins have hid his face
Mm-hmm.
from you,
Mm-hmm.
that he will not hear.
That's why he can't hear us. That's why he can't save us. Now we talking about us as a people. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look outside your window and you hear the screams and the yelling and the, you know what I'm saying, the gunshots and the knives and whatever you hear outside, and the gambling and all that, and you sitting there looking out your window like, dang, we messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are messed up people. Why can't the Lord save us? That's why. Because we don't know he dead. And if we would have kept reading Ezekiel, you would have seen that those dry bones didn't want to be saved. It was like, nah, we good, man. We good being dry bones. Like, when Moses took us out of Egypt, when we got out there, we was like, man, we want to go back. We missed the food. Like, I know they take us out of America right now, I'm going to be in the wilderness like, I just want a slice of pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody going to be in the wilderness like, yo, remember the gas stations and how we used to go there at night? We're going to be reminiscing about whatever you reminisce about. I don't know, Twinkies or cheesesteaks and pieces and hoagies for me. I don't even know what y'all eat. Well, like, whatever the Texas thing is or whatever y'all eat, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're going to miss. We're going to be in the wilderness. We're going to be somewhere in the Amazon forest. And we're gonna be like, yo, I remember fried chicken? You know what I'm saying? No, you're going to be saying the things that you want. And some people, that's going to be enough for them to go back into Egypt because it's so compelling. Like, yo, the hoagie was just so much, or sandwich, whatever y'all call it, was just so, it was so decadent that I just need to go back and get another one. And you're going to come right back to America and be like, yes, sir, white man, you mind if I get one of them sandwiches? And you're going to serve your oppressor for a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And I say a sandwich, but it could be anything. It could be money. You know what I'm saying? I had 10,000 under the bed. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I had, 50,000 in my account. I just wish I could go back and get that 50,000. We'd be cool right now. And you're going to go back and get yourself jammed up for 50,000. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. It could be anything. Your girl, whoever you love. Remember, Lot turned around. Lot wife turned around. Got turned to a pillar of salt. You know what I'm saying? Lot couldn't turn around. He had to keep going. Right? So, that's why the Lord won't save us, because we don't want to. Simple as that, right? Yeah, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 20.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursings, vexation,
Mm-hmm.
and rebuke
Mm-hmm.
in all that thou settest thine hand unto, for to do until thou be destroyed.
Now, the Lord said he's going to send curses and vexations and rebuke among us. That's the stumble that we seen in the darkness, right? It said you're not going to listen to the Lord, and you're going to be in darkness, and you're going to stumble, right? And when we stumble, it's going to be curses and vexation and rebuke. Keep going.
Destroyed. And until thou perish quickly.
Now, that's what's going to happen. You're going to find yourself in that shadow of death because you're going to be vexed and cursed and rebuked. And if you don't fall in line, you'll perish. And if we don't fall in line, like Benjamin was dealing with a LGBTQ situation in Kings when they came into the city. And they was like, yo, bring that man outside that just went in the house. And they was like, no, I'll bring you my concubine, but don't do nothing to the man. They wanted the man. They wanted him. And because he didn't come outside, sent the concubine outside. And they destroyed her. Like they raped her. They
S8.
huh?
S8 or
Yeah, they defiled her so bad that she passed away on the step the next morning. And so they took her body, chopped it up in 12 pieces, and sent it to the 12 tribes. And then the 12 tribes went to war on Benjamin, or the 11 tribe went to war with Benjamin. And Benjamin was winning at first. And then they just started smashing Benjamin, like 25,000 people, 50,000 people just started checking. They just started smashing Benjamin. And they got so bad, they almost wiped Benjamin out. The whole tribe. So what they had to do was throw a party. Like they was like, dang, we should give them our wives to marry to bring the tribe back. And it was like, no. So what they had to do was they started throwing parties, right?
Yeah.
For Benjamin. And the parties was like, if you get a girl, if you can subdue a girl and humble her, then that could be your girl. But the parties was for Benjamin. It's like, that was the dance hall. Benjamin was the king of the dance hall. You had to be the king of the dance hall to get your woman back. You know what I'm saying? Like, the law almost wiped Benjamin out. Like, all the way. But he saw fit to bring him back. That's the curses and the vexations and the rebuke. Until you be utterly destroyed. He almost wiped Benjamin out. Think about Dan. Dan got sucked into Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can happen. The Lord just washed his hands with the whole 9 tribes. All of them. They called them Israel or Ephraim in the scripture. Washed his hands with them. Done. And they went to Assyrian captivity and they left and came over here. You don't even really hear about them 9 tribes in the New Testament. They got wiped out. The Lord kicked them out the house like a good father would do. He kicked them out the house. That's what the Lord do. You dig what I'm saying? Read that scripture again.
Come on. First, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke
Mm-hmm.
in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do,
Mm-hmm.
until thou be destroyed,
Go ahead.
and until thou perish quickly,
Mm-hmm.
because of the wickedness of thy doings,
Mm-hmm.
whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Now, what do these curses and vexations look like? Rebuke, drop down to 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
The Lord gonna smite us with madness. I think we burned this out last week. This is why I even wanted to do this one, because I think we talked about Ezekiel last week. Was it last week?
I believe so, sir.
Yeah, I mean, just going into Ezekiel last week, which is why I didn't really get into it today, because we got into it last week. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably one of my favorite scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord will smite us with madness. Like madness is, you just seeing your people, and it's just like, hey, come on. You think what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Wanting to get the man out the house and lie to the system to get more money from the system is madness. You think what I'm saying? Like, it's like you lie on top of 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 lie to get more money from the system is madness. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. But she's like, yo, you can't be here today because the social worker coming. Yo, this is crazy. Like today we call it crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be, read that again from the top.
On account, this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 21. Hey, the Lord shall smite thee with madness.
The Lord gonna smite us with craziness. Like you gonna be crazy. Like you gonna be out your mind. The women gonna be out their mind. The sisters gonna be out their mind. The brothers out their mind. And they come into the school and learn how crazy they was. Like, yo, you was really crazy. Like you was really outside. Like, yo, let me get 2 for 5, 3 for 10s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, thinking, what, bro? Like, you was really outside trying to ask questions about how you can get over on whoever to get something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you outside fighting in front of the store over a dice game. And somebody get shot over the dice game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, it's a lot of money out there, but at the end of the day, it's just dice. Like, you died over a dice game, bro. Like, and somebody gotta bury you because you was playing a game? The Lord gonna smite us with madness. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get way up in Esau's kingdom, and you spending hundreds and thousands of dollars in his institution. And then you find out, like, yo, I gotta pay back $150,000 for student loans. How much you gonna make in a year? You might, what you gonna make? At most that, $150,000 in a year. But you still got a car payment, you got a house payment, you got kids and family, you got everything to pay for, rent or whatever, mortgage, or you gotta pay for light, gas, phone, you name it. You got daycare. You ain't never gonna get to that $150,000. You just gonna be in debt to the bank. Now you done went to school for $150,000 to be a slave. It's madness. Or you gonna shoot somebody in the head because they dissed you on social media, and then you're doing 70 years in the prison. That's madness. The Lord said He gonna do what? Read that again.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Man, we smitten with madness. And in the madness, you'll find the shadow of death. He's right there. In the midst of the madness. That's where He lives. Right there. You can't get away from your shadow. I bet you $1,000 you can't get away from your shadow when it's daytime outside. Can't do it. That's how the shadow follows us. Every day, that shadow of death is on us. And at any given moment, just as your shadow follow you, that shadow can disappear from earth at any given moment. That's the struggles that we live with as an Israelite. Because we know if we do the Lord right, maybe He'll keep us around longer. Hopefully, we pray that the Lord keep us around longer, Lord willing, to do more work. So if you depressed, just do more work. Because the more work you do, the bigger the stand. And then when the day comes, when they're like, damn, remember this? Yo, but they start reading the records on you, like, damn, he did that. Yo, she used to do this, and yo, he used to do that. And damn, I remember when they was, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, your records is abundant because of the things you've done. But you gonna waste your time being depressed? Worrying about what you can't fix? Worrying about what you can't get? When there's people out here that need you now? That's madness. The Lord said He's going to smite us with madness. Depression is a demon. And being in that space is madness. Go do something. Go cook something. Go be somewhere. Go talk to somebody. Go build something. Go write something. Go do something. You think what I'm saying? Like, just be something. Because you being depressed don't help nobody. It just leaves you in the shadow. And when that day comes, you'll be like, I didn't get a chance to do. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You should have did it. Let's log in. Any more on that? Any more on that? That's it. Give me Psalms 91 and 1.
Psalms what?
Psalms 91 and 1.
Kind. Psalms 90.
Psalms 91 and 1.
Psalms 90.
91.
91.
Yeah, and 1. You talking too low?
No, you talking.
Too loud, yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High
Go ahead.
shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, when you dwell in the secret place of the Most High, when you with the Lord and you under His wing, read it from the top again.
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, you cannot be under the shadow of death, but you can be under the shadow of the Lord. Now, that's a different shadow. That's the Lord watching over you, the Lord looking after you. You that dwell in the secret place, you're not with everybody else. Like, this is a secret place. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody here because it's a secret place. Ain't nobody, like, it's not a whole mega building. You know what I'm saying? It's us here. It's like 5 people on the live, if that. You know what I'm saying? It's like 20 people watching the class ever. It's not hundreds of thousands of people watching it. It's not the Diddy news. You know what I'm saying? It's not the whatever is going on or the public places where everybody's running towards. This is a place that's in the corner of the internet that you got to be invited or you got to be drawn to. You got to see the light to get here. It's a secret place. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Lord, go ahead,
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
go ahead.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge
The Lord is my refuge. The Lord was saving me. Go ahead.
and my fortress,
And with protecting me. Go ahead.
my God,
My power. Go ahead.
in Him will I trust.
The Lord is protecting me. He's saving me. He's my strength. That's why I trust the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Now, deliverer is what a judge is, right? He's going to judge the matter. He's going to deliver me from the traps of the fowler, the people that are trying to trap me. He's going to deliver me from those traps. That's what the Lord do, right? And how do I know? Because He did it. Some little crumb hole spot in Philadelphia He took me out of. It brought me in. Wiped me off, like, set me over here. He picked me up like Ezekiel from my braid. Sat me right down over here from some little dust hole spot in Philadelphia somewhere. Smoking a black and mild and a blunt. You know what I'm saying? In each hand, freaking a black and mild. Wherever I was at, the Lord took me out of that place and brought me here. And since then, He's been my fortress, my protection, my power, my God. You know what I'm saying? And He's been helping me. What's the other one? My refugee. You know what I'm saying? Saving me. You know what I'm saying? Helping me. Since then. You know what I mean? So now that we're here, now I can tell other brothers, I've seen it. Not only have I been a part of it myself, I've seen other people come out of hell. And getting off of crack is a rough one. Getting out of crack addiction is like, it's rough. The only thing probably rougher than that is like heroin. And that's rough. You get what I'm saying? Like, those two things we've seen in the school. a brother get off of crack is just a miracle. And sit in this class and hold posts at camp, cut out of one con, it's a miracle. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen it. We've seen a brother just take the bag out of his pocket or do whatever he did with it, and he done. Selling crack. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some brothers go back to selling crack. The money was just too good for them. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch it, shout out to you. I've seen brothers that went back into the world to go sell crack. And we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But at that point in time, when the Lord come visit them in that shadow of death, or you know what I mean, when the shadow of death come visit them, that's when he's going to ask the Lord for help then. The Lord tried to help you 5 years ago. 7, 8, 10 years ago. How was the Lord helping you then? But, you know what I'm saying? Nigga decided to keep going in his life. No sweat. I'm cool. You see where we at, right? Carrying it on. That's just the way life works. You learn to deal with the pain. But me, I'm not going to be in the shadow of death. I'm going to carry it in the shadow of the Lord. I'm going to stay there. Because he's going to be my refugee, my fortress, and my power. What?
And from the Newsome pestilence.
Mm-hmm. Noisome pestilence. That's the noise and the plagues. What? To what? All right, go ahead.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers,
Mm-hmm.
and under his wings shalt thou thrust.
Go ahead.
Trust. His truth shall be thine shield and buckler.
Mm-hmm. Now, the truth is your shield and your knife. You know what I'm saying? That's what the truth is. So, when anybody come with whatever, you know what I'm saying, with, yo, try this bag, I'm like, wham. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, yo, I got some money for, wham. Hey, yo, look, all you gotta do is go to the, wham. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my man, look, you know, wham. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, God, you, wham, you know what I'm saying? Like, shield and no buckler, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. The truth is keeping me safe. Because otherwise, I probably would have been dead out here. You think what I'm saying? Like, I'd have been a body somewhere, laying on somebody's street, bleeding to death, begging for help. Wham! You think what I'm saying? The Lord was like, take this shield, take this buckler, and go get busy. You think what I'm saying? Because otherwise, I was butt naked outside. Nothing to save me. Bullets, guns, knives, people. You know what I'm saying? It's all outside for you. Jail, cops, it's all there for you, waiting. But if you don't got a shield, you can't survive out there. Not now, but I don't know what I'm gonna say, but y'all know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I talk. We going, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the shield and the buckler. You good?
Dead.
Huh?
The mic is dead.
Oh, the mic dead? You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he's gonna give you a shield and a buckler that's gonna keep you safe out here. You got it? You got the microphone? Go ahead. Where you at?
That sounds like 2 and 1.
5.
5. All right. It's like, yeah. What sounds like 2 and 1?
91 and 5.
91 and 5. So, Psalms chapter 92, verse 5.
91.
Oh Lord.
91.
Sorry. 91, verse 5.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
That's why we walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. Because we're not afraid of the terror. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid when that whatever comes, because we got the shield and the buckler. We can defend ourselves. We can protect ourselves. The Lord is the power and the refugee. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord is, what's the other one? Fortress. Go ahead.
Nor the arrow that flieth by day.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6.
Now the terror by night is them things that spook you out. You know what I'm saying? Like them spooky things that you may be scared of. Demons is coming for you. But that arrow in the day, that's the things you can see, broad day. Them demons coming for you in whatever coming for you, broad day. You can see those. The ones at night, you can't see them coming. The terrors by night and the arrows in the day. Go ahead.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
Go ahead.
Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall
Mm-hmm.
at thy side,
Mm-hmm.
and 10,000 at thy right.
Go ahead.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
Now look, we in this truth, man. You see so many people drop their sword. You know what I'm saying? I can't count on two hands how many people I seen walk out. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever they feel like in the world. You see them people fall on the side of you. People you get close to. And that be your homie. Or you see people that's in the world and you get the phone call that they're not here no more. You see people fall all the time. You know what I mean? Now, if they're in the truth, you pick up their sword and keep it pushing. If they're in the world, Lord be with their family. But I'm sure you gave them the opportunity to fix it. I'm sure you told them that they was Israelites and the Lord want their soul and their spirit. And he want them to change and be better people. And if they decide not to, Lord be with them. You know what I'm saying? You did your job. The blood ain't on your hands if you told them what they should do. But if you didn't tell them what they should do, then that blood is on your hands. That's your body. You gotta fight that. You know what I'm saying? But if you told them what they should do and they didn't do it, you free from the sin. Now, we see people die all the time. 10,000 and all these people die on your right hand side. It's just living in the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 shall slap. Go ahead, verse 8.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold,
Mm-hmm.
and see the reward of the wicked.
Now, when it comes to them, only your eyes is going to behold. Like, it's not going to come to you. Like, you're not going to get stabbed or shot or none of that. You dig what I'm saying? Because you in the truth. You doing the right thing. So when them bullets fly their way, it ain't going to hit you because you doing the right thing. But your eyes is going to see it. Your eyes are going to behold it. And you're going to see the reward of the wicked. That's all their life led up to this point. Congratulations. You die like this. In the middle of the street. Cold. With a bullet in your head. That's your reward. Right? Or whoever blocked. You know what I mean? Trying to be Mr. Tough Guy. That's where you die at. That's your reward. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that reward. I'll take a crown. I don't want a bullet. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refugee.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my refuge.
Go ahead.
Even thou, most high,
Mm-hmm.
thy habitation.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee.
The Lord said he's going to give an angel charge over you. He was going to have responsibility over you. It's an angel that's responsible for you. And there's demons that's responsible for you too. Right? He's going to make sure you do the wrong thing. Then this angel is going to make sure you do the right thing. But your spirit got to choose. What you going to let your spirit choose? You going to let your spirit follow your flesh? Or you going to let your spirit follow that angel? You're going to see the demon. The demon going to pop up. It's going to have the same signs. Your wife going to make that same face. You're going to be like, oh, he back. There you go, right there. You're going to see the demon. You're going to come back the same way. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to start noticing the same signs. Like, every time you want a pepperoni pizza, here come the demon. You know what I'm saying? Or every time somebody say tuna sandwich, and you like, damn, I used to like tuna. Here he come. Like, that should ring a bell. Like, tuna sandwich. Oh, here come the demon. You know what I'm saying? I know he coming now. You better start getting ready. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said he gave you an angel. He gave angels charge over you. He gave angels responsibility to take care of you. Unless you dash your foot against the stone, the Lord gonna make sure even if he gonna make the wall move. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get out your way, or he gonna make the table move, or make the car move, or whatever. This angel's gonna make sure that that don't hit you. That's his job. But then it's a demon to make sure you take that blunt. Make sure you take that weed or whatever you taking, or that purse or that pocketbook. That's his job. His job is to make sure you go into that crack house. That's his job. And then gonna go back to the Lord and report, like, yeah, I got him to go. And he gonna say, most I'm crazy. All right, write him off, he done. They gonna hold a counsel about you. And then that shadow of death gonna fall on you. And you might not make it out that crack house. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be your life. You're gonna be dead in somebody's crack house, overdose. Fentanyl. That's your life. All right? Keep going.
To keep thee in all thy ways.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands,
The angel's gonna take you up in their hands. Go ahead.
lest thou dash thy foot against the stone.
If you was to
Against a stone.
If you was to almost walk into a stone, they're gonna pick you up. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder,
Mm-hmm.
the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet.
Go ahead. Like, you get that. You know what I'm saying? The lion, you gonna just walk right over him. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Because he hath set his love upon me,
Mm-hmm.
therefore will I deliver him.
Go ahead.
I will set him on high,
Mhm.
because he hath known my name.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
And I will answer him. Go ahead.
I will be with him in trouble.
He's gonna be with you in trouble. The Lord gonna be with you in trouble. Go ahead.
I will deliver him
Mm-hmm.
and honor him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. With long life will I satisfy him,
Mm-hmm.
and show him my salvation.
Now, brother, sister, what's this class called? What's the class called?
I'll be safe for myself.
Okay. Okay. The answer is no. You're not saving yourself. When you got a brother or a sister with you, then yeah. When you come into the truth, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you're around people that care about you more than themselves, yeah. But if you out here thinking that you just, you know what I'm saying, you could be cool dolo and, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you're going to be able to take care of your family on your own, and you're going to be able to survive on your own, and you don't really need help, and, you know, the Lord might be real, or, you know, Jesus Christ might be real, or the Bible is possibly real, and, you know, if you live a life like that, you can't save yourself from yourself. There's just no way. We're going to see the wicked's reward when your day comes. When the shadow of death come to visit you, we'll see that day, and we see who you become. So when that day comes, we'll see and say then that he was not saved from himself, because he didn't take the time to build himself. He didn't take the time to build on the people that was around him and help them save themselves from their self. You got no resume. So when the time comes to when the Lord look at what you've done, it's empty. You got no boxes checked. You can't save yourself from yourself, but you can help another brother save himself from himself. You gotta learn how to do that here in the truth. If you're not hearing the truth, then you can just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way to save a brother from the wolves out there. When the wolves come, you gotta band together and depend on the shepherd. The shepherd gonna keep us safe. And if it's many wolves, then, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta depend on the shepherd know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if we all lose our mind, we'll die right there. Because we don't know what the shepherd has. He might have a 100-round drum. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what he got. He might have a whistle, a trumpet. He blew the trumpet, and 1,000 niggas pop out the woodworks. But you think because you saw 6 wolves that you gonna die today. 1,000 niggas could show up in a trumpet blow. or he pull out a yappa and lay the wolves down. But if you don't have faith in the shepherd, then you'll die that day. Because you have faith in yourself, but that ain't enough. You lost the battle to yourself. You can't defeat yourself. You need the shepherd. You need the pack of wolves. And with all of that, then maybe you have a chance. Maybe the Lord can save you. But until then, we the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. If a new brother or sister coming to the class, they off limits for 6 months. They got to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months period, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they must get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew. My Asherah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. I.S.U.P.K.com tithes, you know what I'm saying, or give it to the captain of your zone. Priest for free will offer for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy, or whatever size bottle. Upcoming holy convocation is the Passover. And right after that is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So make sure when you get back home from the Passover, you got all that fluffy bread out your crib. You know what I'm saying? All that yeast, all that leavening, get it out your crib. Put it in the trunk of your car or put it somewhere where it's not in your house to be consumed. Or give it away. Give it to the dogs in the neighborhood. Get it out of there. And whatever you want to do with it, just get it out your crib. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that being said, I'm watching. Men of Israel, we'll give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Bible Shabbat, Hamaji, Barak, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Barakatah. That's your Matah, Saul, his turn. Men of Israel, we'll get a sister's one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Bible Shabbat, Hamaji, Barak, Yahweh, Shemar, Aladah, Bashim, Yahshua, which means Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. That's your Matah. Class dismissed.
Salakia, sir. I ain't asked you, could I get a ride? You give me a ride?
Yeah, I'm sure.